platform. So hopefully this doesn't get taken down. We're kind of risking it here, but yeah, for those watching this back, we have Matt joining us, the CEO of MFL, Metaverse Football League. And we're basically just going to be interviewing him and also, throwing a little trading event, giving away some MFL players. And yeah, it's just going to be a good time. So first person in the building, we got Scully in here. Scully, what is up? Baruch J, yo. What's poppin'? Happy Wednesday, you guys. Yeah, welcome to the stream. Matt, how's your day going?
Yeah, doing well. It's pretty late at the moment. It's midnight, something like that.
It's midnight.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
But that's fine. I'm used to it because every time we're doing an event with the US, or last time we did something with Flowverse, and also they are based in New Zealand, so always have to adapt to the time zone. But that's fine. And my day was pretty well. A lot of work, but that's fine.
A lot of work. Nice. Yeah, we definitely got to get into. So you're CEO of MFL, so we got to get into that. That Flow project, what it's all about, what inspired you to create it. But let me make sure this is on Twitter and everything right now. All right. So cool. And then Moxie, did you announce it in Discord already? Okay. Cool. Yeah, I picked up a bunch of players to give away for this stream. So yeah, it's gonna be an exciting stream. I got my beret on. It's really hard to wear it properly with, this headset here, but oh gosh, hold on, sorry. Doing what I can, gotta represent. Oh wait, yeah, I'm supposed to be speaking in French. Bonjour, je m'appelle Jenny from the blockchain. It's so flat. Well, that's because
I'm a fast learner. Je m'appelle Moxie. See?
Hey!
Look, I'm getting it.
Very good, very good.
But that's probably it. If we're speaking in French, that's probably all I'm going to say the entire stream. So.
Well. Yeah, I'm trying to think what else I can say in French. Matt, ça va?
Ça va très bien, super.
Oh, wow, that was good.
Yeah, that was good.
I feel on the outs.
I just said, how are you? He said, I'm really good. Pretty much.
Ditto.
Yeah.
That's pretty much all that happened. But okay, let's jump into this. So Matt, you are the CEO and one of the founders of Metaverse Football League, which, yeah, we're excited to learn about. I feel like we don't know too much about the project. Recently, it's become tradable on Evaluate, so you can actually trade your players, MFL players, and we're going to be giving some away later today. But I'd love to hear what inspired you guys to create a project, and especially on Flow.
Yeah, sure. So we are two founders on MFL. I co-founded it with Jan, and Jan is the CTO, so he's managing all the tech side. What inspired us basically is that we have a background in sports, in gaming. I used to be the head of product for Unibet, which I don't know if you're aware. It's a sports betting company and operating in all over the world. And I was the head of product for the French market, and then I managed also all the operations, so all the trading side. And Jan used to work for different gaming company. As a lead developer or an external, or working as the CTO for different gaming company. So we've always been working with sports and gaming, and we discovered Web3 quite late, I would say, like end of 2020, something like that. Especially the NFTs, and we really we really loved it. Especially we discovered it with NBA Top Shot, and I really like the kind of experience that it allows to create, allowing the digital ownership is really something that is totally game changing in my opinion, and that will change the gaming industry a lot. So that's really what inspired us to create MFL. So first we discovered about Top Shot, and then we saw a different kind of other project like Z-Run, like Sorare, that really inspired us, and we decided to go that way. And so in around 1 year ago, something like that, we decided to quit our full-time job and to work full-time on MFL.
That's awesome.
Wow. Yeah, and you said you joined late in late 2020, but that was early.
Yeah, I was like, wait, I joined really late then.
That was
No, I don't know if it was late or early actually, but it's you know, when you hear a lot of people talking, a lot of them are telling you that they're in crypto since 2015, etc. So there's a lot of people
Right.
already in this space. It's a
I
long
mean,
time.
yeah,
So
yeah, people got into crypto like much
Yeah.
earlier, but NFTs, I mean,
yeah,
obviously, you know, it's like NFTs kind of came out in 2017, but things didn't really start popping off until 2021, really.
yeah.
So
Yeah, for
anything
me,
before 2021 is really early.
Yeah, that's where I discovered it a bit before the, you know, that NBA Top Shot totally exploded, and that there was like this big wave of new users. So I discovered it a bit before than that. And
Do you collect moments?
Yeah, I collected probably I don't know 600, 700 moments, something like that. And
Okay.
I collected I think the most valuable stuff that I have probably is the Cool Cat set. You know, like I used to do I think it was probably one of the first challenges or something like that. The Cool Cat challenges, where you have to get.
It was the first like master challenge that they
Yeah,
did. Where
yeah,
it was,
exactly. That was the master challenge, and then you had
yeah.
I don't know what was the reward. It was
The Lamello.
Yeah,
Was the
Lamello.
ultimate reward.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I have the full set, and but now I'm pretty busy with MFL, so I don't. It's been a while since I have. I connect some from time to time, but it's been a while since I didn't buy a new moment there.
You mentioned Top Shot being your inspiration for, you know, joining the space and the crypto space. What are some of the like challenges you're running into, or like the hurdles that you've overcome in the space of like creating the MFL?
I would say that so. One of the biggest challenge I think at first is when you're to really adapt with the technology. So we were coming from the Web2 space, and we were building on traditional technologies. So we had prior to that, we have very little experience to building the smart contract and creating that. So we had to adapt to that. It's a different way of programming. So I'm not the tech expert, but Ian could say it better than me. But that's a different way of programming where stuff are directly public. They are less easy to change, even if you can sometimes change the smart contract, etc. But everything is on chain, and so it's much more complicated to change it. So you have to adapt to that. And I think another aspect is that it's not a challenge. It's not directly a challenge, but it's something that is, I think, super important when you're building into Web3 compared to Web2. Is the power of community. You really need to. When you give people the ability to really own their assets, it creates it empowers them, and I think it's you really need to think about the community and how you manage to provide value to your users when building. So that's I don't know if it was really a challenge, but that's something that we really incorporated very early on in our process, so using Discord, talking a lot with our users, we created a core team of users that they are called our captain in the Discord, and they help us a lot to when we have some questions to really design also the game to help us to find the right solution. So that's I would say that's the two most important stuff.
Cool. So it's like building out the team was like the core piece of y'all's project. How many people are on your team?
So at the moment we have. So I was saying we have so we are two founders. So I'm the CEO. Jan is the CTO. We partner with Carl Thayer, that is our head designer that designed all our NFTs. So basically all the players, and the clubs. We also recruited a community manager since August. He's called Luca, and he's working with us on the community management side, also helping us with the marketing. And we have before we collaborated with two freelance developers to help us on the tech side, building the smart contract and also building all the architecture. And now we have one developer more that is starting in March, Jordan, and now we also recruited a data analyst to help us with that was a former user actually, that is a user of MFL, and that we recruited for helping us with the match simulation, because in MFL we can explain that a bit later, but we are simulating matches based on different players' attributes, and that's super complex to do, and so we have a data analyst to help us here.
Wow, well said.
Really quick, we got a comment from Iceman here. I'll go ahead and read it since I can speak French. Bonsoir, mon ami. Ça va bien? Was that a good accent?
Yeah, no, that was good. Totally fluent.
Okay, it's a little different. Okay, well. Anyway, if you guys have any questions, feel free to put them in the chat. We're here with CEO of MFL, like we were saying. I think we should screen share here, though, so people kind of know what we're talking about. You guys built out your own marketplace. I gotta share my screen. So you have, your whole site, MFL, so you can see here. There's a drop happening in 5 days.
Yeah, next Tuesday.
Some packs available. And then, you can even buy and sell players on the marketplace. So that's kind of cool. Obviously on Gaia, you can, see the listings there as well. But there's a lot of people that list on here. I've been checking out the site for the past few days. Also, what is the club versus the players?
Yeah, so I would re-explain exactly what MFL is, and just to give people an overview. So basically what we want to do with MFL is we want to give the opportunity to any football fan to become a club owner, a player agent, or a coach. When you're a football fan or when you're a sports fan, that's the kind of position that you kind of dream to have, and that are super hard to get in real life. And so to do that, we are recreating a parallel football world in which our users will be able to buy some players. So they will become their agent. They will be managing their career, making sure they progress, making sure they train well, finding them club. So that's for the agent side. And for when you own a club, you're able to so you will be able to manage your club from A to Z basically. And so first you will be you will create the brand identity of your club, so choosing your name, choosing your logo, the colors, etc. And then, of course, you will recruit your players, make sure they train well, make sure they progress, managing the different match tactics, choosing the lineups, and so playing different matches. And you will participate to different competitions like tournaments or leagues, and depending on your performance, you're able to earn some rewards. So that's basically the overview. So at the moment, as I was saying, there are two assets that you're showing. So there is the players that you can see here, and there are the clubs that are here. So here, the clubs that you see here, that this is club license. So that means that they haven't been built yet. They give you the opportunity to build it, but then it's up to every user. When you have a club license, you can convert it to your own club, and so you will choose your your name, choose the logo, create your logo. So we've seen a lot of users creating their logo with Mid-Journey. So we see, for example, a lot of amazing logo. And so yeah, that's the difference, the club and the players. And in the longer term, our aim will be to enrich this ecosystem with new assets. We can imagine to have some coaches, to have some scouts, to have some stadium, for example, and where you will be really managing your kind of football empire and building it and growing it, growing your stadium, for example, or this kind of stuff.
Okay. And then we have a couple questions here. So Carpig is wondering where you're from.
From France. As you can notice from my
Paris.
accent, from Paris, from Paris.
Yes. And then Iceman is wondering, are there parallel options for the jerseys, but for the same FC, ergo home and away jerseys?
What does it mean by parallel options? I don't really get it.
I think he's talking about, like, you know how there's like home jerseys and then like away jerseys. I think he's wondering if there's like a way to like switch their jerseys.
Okay. Now, for that's planned. That's something that we want to allow at some points, to be able, when you create your club, as you create your logo, you'll be able to create your jersey. That's still a feature that we need to develop and to implement. So for the moment, the jersey are not changeable, but that's something that we plan in the future.
Sweet. And then, so we're going to be giving away some players today. What can people do? Is there anything that people can do if they win, you know, a couple players? Like, let's say they have 2 players. Like, is there anything they can particularly do with that? Or what's kind of the next steps? Or what should they be looking out for? Or what should they be doing if they acquire a couple of players today?
So basically, when you own a player, you become its agent. So it means that you're in charge of his career. So you can. So the first thing that you can do at the moment is to find a club for the player. So we will announce in the next few days, few weeks, a new tournament that will probably start in 3 weeks, something like that. 3 weeks away, or in 2 or 3 weeks. And so if you have some players, you can sign them to a club so that they can play to this tournament. So let's take an example, a virtual example. For example, let's imagine that I own a club and I'm in the top 1 division, and you, Jenny, you have a very good goalkeeper, very talented goalkeeper, and I need one. So we can, for example, agree. I can reach out to you and say, okay, I need a goalkeeper. I would like to sign him to my club. And so we can, and if you're up to it, so we can say, okay, let's agree on a contract for 2 seasons duration. So your player will play in my club for 2 seasons, and we can agree on a revenue share. So let's imagine we agree on 10%. It means that from all the revenue that my club will win when I finish the season, I will win some rewards. You will get 10% of this of these rewards. So if you just have players, you can sign them to a club and you can follow up how they progress, what they're doing in their club, etc. And you can earn rewards from that. And on the other side, if you want to own a full club, you can own the club, sign some players. Maybe that can be some players that you own. You just need to sign a contract with yourself. So that's pretty easy. And if you don't have enough players, you can also sign players from other users.
When you buy the club license, how long does that last? Is it for just 1 season or multiple seasons or eternity?
Yeah, the clubs are for eternity. So basically, you buy one club and then you have it for forever. The only thing to know is that there is a division system. So there is Division 1, that is the top division. There is 12 clubs competing in this division. Then there is Division 2, and there is 24 clubs. Division 3, 48, etc. We multiply by 2. And after each season, there is a promotion and relegation. So it means that you will keep your club, obviously, but your club can, if you have a club playing Division 1, if you don't perform well, you can go down.
You can go down.
At the opposite, if you're from Division 2, you can go up. So that's the only thing that can change in your club. Basically, is your division, depending on your performance.
That's really cool. Just out of outside question, have you guys thought about doing this for like other sports?
No, for the moment, we're really focusing on football. We have so much to do on football.
Yeah.
It's the most popular sport, so still a huge market to reach. And
it's the first approach I've seen of its kind, so I really like that. I think it's really cool. Like aside from like just daily fantasy sports where like you assemble a team for the day or like to compete against, other lineups, I think this is really neat that you're managing them, across an entire season. So I think it's really cool.
Yeah. And that's what is also very different from fantasy sports is that so in fantasy sports, usually you pick a player, so you pick real players. So for example, you create your team with Mbappe, with Messi, with Ronaldo, etc. And depending on the performance on the pitch of the players, then you score points. In our game, you won't find Mbappe, you won't find Messi. All the players are generated by us, so they are like a kind of players that don't exist. They just exist on the blockchain. And so when we generate them with attributes. So they have a name, they have a nationality, they have an age, so which means that they will get older and they
Do
will
their stats
age.
decline over their age?
So
And
they are.
improve, vice
So
versa?
the idea is that their stat can improve over as they progress and as they keep new skills, they get new skills. We don't plan to have the stats decreasing, but at some point they will get, when they're getting older, it's their condition that will decrease. So it means that for example, their fatigue will increase, and so they won't be performing as well as when they were young. And at some point they will retire, so they won't be won't be able to play them.
Do you choose when they retire, or does a player just kind of randomly retire based on?
No,
or is there like a certain age?
So it depends on their age, obviously, but actually when we mint a player, so we have different attributes, as I was saying, like for example, their passing ability, shooting ability, physical abilities, defense, etc. And we have also, so these abilities are visible, and everyone can scoot them or see them on our website or in any marketplace, basically. But we also have two hidden attributes, which are the longevity and the potential. So this is some attributes that are defined when the player is generated. They are on the blockchain, but they are hashed, so you cannot understand what it means. We can, because we have the key to unhash it, obviously, and so the longevity define basically the age at which the player will retire. So that's kind of random, and you don't know it, and you will have to discover. Maybe you will see that your player start to decline when he's 30, and so you will be able to guess that he's going to retire soon, or this kind of stuff. But maybe your player can also retire at 40. So that's also the random part of the game that is super exciting, we think. And there is also the other attribute that is hidden. So this is the potential, and basically that's the max amount of skill. So the max overall that a player can reach during his career. So it means that he will be able to progress up to a certain amount, and so that's also you cannot know that unless you train your player and you see if they improve fast. You can guess that they will perform well, and they will improve.
That's really cool. I think Iceman asked a question that I was curious about too. Let me see if I pull it up here.
I just pulled it up.
Oh, yeah. So is there athleticism-based things? Like, can players get injured?
Yeah. That's
cool.
That's the idea. For the moment, they cannot. That's still a feature that we need to develop, etc. So, but yeah, there is different. So we call that conditioning. conditioning is some kind of attributes that can change over time very frequently. There are the morale, the fatigue, the fitness, and the injury status. So basically, a player can get injured at some point. It's not something that we've developed yet, but we need to. That's something that we plan to develop for the next seasons. But yeah, they can get injured. I don't think we will be too harsh and have like a full career injury, something like that. Probably injury will be for a maximum amount of time, because it can be a bit not funny if that happened to you.
Right.
But that's the plan.
That's really cool.
Oh, go ahead.
No,
I was
no.
gonna say, while we talk, because we kind of have a lot of players to give away. So I was thinking, while we talk, we can also match up with some people and give away some players as well. So really quick before we continue, if you're watching this right now and you would like to win some players for free, we're giving away 2 each per person. Head over to evaluate.xyz and connect your Dapper Wallet. So I'm just going to run through how that works. So type in evaluate.xyz into your browser, connect your Dapper Wallet. So you're just going to basically click a couple buttons to sign on in. And then once you're signed in, basically you'll click start trading now, and you'll click find new trading partner, and your goal is to match up with me, Jen, Jenn. You could also send me a trade request, I guess, if you want. I'll accept some trade requests. So you can search for a user that's online. So I mean, I don't know if I can search for myself, and then you can just click and send a trade request. I actually have a bunch of, let me see, these MFL. Oh, Napster. Okay, Napster's the first one. So I accepted, and we'll demonstrate how it's going to work here. So basically, you can, drag and drop assets. We're just going to do one-sided trades here, for the purpose of giving away these players. And
yeah, this tool is super cool. It's so cool to be able to chat and to trade it. It's I really like it.
Yeah, it works well with you guys. Like you got like a trade market. You even have like a trade deadline, but we hope you don't. We hope you always allow trading. But yeah, that'd be really cool.
Yeah,
Like a little coach's corner. I really like the idea that you're pretty much like from entry, you're at least an agent, right? You're not like necessarily an owner unless you build out a team and like get the license. But I think it's really cool that you include everybody and they feel included right away. How have people been taking to that? Like, how many seasons are you guys in?
No, for the moment, we haven't started our first season. The first season is expected to start probably beginning or mid-June. It will be an alpha season. There won't be promotion, relegation. All the conditioning that I was talking about, like morale, fitness, fatigue, won't be implemented. There won't be injuries, etc. Player won't age also and won't progress. So that's the first season that we will be running. And yeah, because we don't realize that, but there are so much stuff to create to make the game happen, especially the simulation. It's super complex. We are simulating a football match, so basically we are in lifetime. We are simulating the position of the 22 player on the field. They are taking, each player is taking is choosing an action every 2 seconds. So we are simulating that. So that's tens of thousands of decisions per match. So that's really huge, and so that was a lot of work. It's still not finished. We still want to improve this simulation, to add new features, etc. And
this simulation, do you plan on being able to like watch it live as like it happens?
Yeah, so we already have we already have some. If you go to our website, maybe we can show that later. But we can see some matches that are live. So at the moment, that's only friendly matches that are played. So there is nothing at stake, and it's only for fun. And you can see so you can see a pitch with the ball, and the ball is moving, and you can see which side is attacking. And then you can also so you can see all the lineups of the teams that are facing each other. You can also see all the statistics of the match: number of passes, number of shots, block shots, fouls, yellow card, red card, and you have the timeline on the left also that shows all the commentary basically of the action. So you can see that player X shot the ball and the goalkeeper saved it, or this kind of stuff.
That's really cool. I like that a lot. I do like a lot of simulation sports, like where I'm like the coach or the owner, and I get addicted to them. So I really like this idea. So it's really cool. So I think it's a great approach.
No, thank you, and I think that we are also a huge fan of simulation simulation games and game like this, and what we really liked and what really differentiate us from this Web2 Web2 games, I would say, is really we are creating an open world. So it means that anybody can interact with anyone. You can you can buy players or sell your club to anyone. You can sign contracts, etc., with anyone. So that's really a multiplayer universe, totally open to everyone, compared to a lot of simulation game when you're only playing in your own save and you're just playing in your own world. That's the first element, which we think is super important and super fun. And the other stuff is using NFTs and using Web3. We really allow to create our own in-game economy. And so I think we are in this case, when you have this fun game plus an economy, it's like it's more than playing a game. It's really interacting in a totally new universe, and so it makes it much more immersive. I think it's a much more immersive experience.
That's awesome. How has the general public been accepting it so far? Like, what's the general overview?
But for the moment, we've been targeting mostly the users that already know about Web3, already know about NFTs, and that are sports fans, because we think that at the moment, with the product that we have, it's too early to target Web2 people. We don't have the game fully ready. We don't have a free-to-play version. That's something that we are thinking to develop in the future. So to target casual player, you need to have a very good product, very advanced, with all the features developed, and some free to play. So that's why we've been focusing on this on players that already know Web3. So for the moment, the reactions were very good. We've managed to build a very strong community. We have around 6,000 people in our Discord. Nice. We have probably more than 1,000 unique buyers since our launch, and so we are super happy with that. Our community is very supportive, always helping us when we have some questions, because we try to build the game with them, and also very patient, because it takes time to build the game. We launched in June without anything, basically only the NFTs, and now we are building the game. And so our community is super helpful, super patient, and that's super cool.
So my question is, once a player retires, what happens to that moment? Is it burned? Is it removed? Can you no longer play that player, or does it only get activated once you join a season?
No, so basically when a player retires, so he won't be able to sign a contract with a club, and so he won't be able to play. But you keep it as an NFT. He won't have a lot of utility in the game. what we are expecting and what we think because we still want to give a part of utility or some utility to some of these players. So we could imagine to have like players that become scouts or coaches or this kind of stuff that can provide boost maybe to your club. If you had a kind of a very good player that play for your club, maybe you can create boost or this kind of stuff. So that's still under reflection. Like we are still thinking about it and how to balance it.
I think that's like a great approach because you're eliminating you're creating scarcity, right? Like I think that's a really good approach.
That's exactly what we need. That's why we created it like this. We really wanted player to age because at some point we are creating a game and our business model will be to sell NFTs, and we need to be able to sell new NFTs to continue to generate revenue and to develop the game and to pay all the team. And if you have a supply that is not decreasing, at some point you're not able to sell it anymore, or you will completely waste the value of your users' collection. So that's why we decided to go that road and not to focus on, there was a lot of PFP project at the time where we launched, but we really decided to go on the gaming road and the game, like having a players that retire.
No, I love this approach. So if your player doesn't sign, they don't age. Am I correct on that, or no?
No, every player will age.
Okay, so it's like you need to act, and like that's going to create openings on teams. Like if you have players that aren't signed, you might as well sign them with a team, or else they're just going to be benched the entire season, right?
Yeah, basically, if you player will age. So once we launch the real first season, because the first season that we will have in July will be kind of the alpha season. Player won't age. There won't be promotion relegation. But once we kick the first season where player will be able to progress, then they will age. And at this point, it will be player player they have an age when they are minting, and then we will add 1 year more every season, basically.
That's awesome. I really like that.
Okay, really quick. First of all, congrats, Deepfakes, on your first trade. And also, yes, code word flat hat or beret, whatever you want to call it. Carol's mom, I'm going to try to match with you right after this. I'll send you a trade request. I think it did get stuck. Sometimes it just kind of bugs out a bit, and it I don't know, it just like won't let me click on these trades, or they won't pop up. But I'll send you a trade request, so I got you. And then, make sure you guys are on the site, evaluate.xyz. Send me a trade request if you want to win some players. My username is Jen, Jenn. And all right, back to you guys. Thanks.
Sorry, I'm asking so many questions. I enjoy talking about this stuff.
No worries.
So I think a problem that I can imagine coming up with created players is partnerships. Do you guys run into anything like that where it's, since you don't have you have players, but like they're generated players, do you run into the problem of like partnering with other brands and stuff like that, since it's a little bit more difficult because it's generated?
What do you mean? Which kind of partnering are you?
I guess like it would be more difficult to like partner with a soccer brand or like a football brand. I don't want to say soccer. I'm from America, so don't get mad at me. But a football brand, in terms of just like I can't imagine like maybe like jerseys or something like that. Is it a little bit more difficult working with generated?
Yeah, I think so. For the moment, we are not really focusing on partnering with any brand, basically, because we think it's not the right momentum. When you want to do some partnering like that, most of the time it's for sponsoring for visibility or this kind of stuff. And at the moment, we have still a niche audience. So I think before developing some partnerships, we will need to have a bigger audience, and so that's why we're not focusing on that at the moment. we have some ideas of planning some partnership with some brands. For example, what we would like to do. We think that the partnering with some brands could allow to get revenue into the MFL ecosystem from the outside, and so to integrate it into the ecosystem, and then that's revenue that can go to the club owners, for example. So that's the kind of partnership that we are thinking of. For example, straightforward partnership would be a brand that sponsors a club, and so then it will give visibility to the brand within the game. So that means that there will be the brand logo all over the stadium if we decide to launch stadium. But there could be the brand logo on the kits, on the t-shirts, on the jersey, of the players every time the club is playing. The brand logo can be visible. So this kind of stuff, sponsoring a club, that could be also sponsoring a league or a division or a specific tournament where we could that they could advertise also their brand. So that's the kind of partnership that we are thinking. And the good thing with having player generated also is that we don't need to rely on the IP of the players or of the club, which are super hard to operate. We've seen that with Sorare or even NBA Top Shot, that they need to pay a lot of money for having the IPs and to allow that, and then so you don't really own your IP, and so you really rely on a third party. So on our side, we don't have this problem. We can we create our own IP, so that's also a very good strength for us, and something a big advantage for us.
So from what you said, I took away that there's probably going to be an opportunity for everybody to watch a certain game, right? So you have your top 12 leagues. You're going to be able to watch those as a spectator.
Yeah.
That way you could. All right, interesting. Can you already do that now?
Yeah, at the moment.
Okay, nice.
Maybe at some point we can check on the website, but at the moment you can. I don't know if there are some matches live at the moment, but we can see a replay of different matches, and the idea is really that you can watch the game live, for example, any matches, but of course would be even more interesting when it's the final or semi-final or a very important match, and that can be super cool.
Yeah, I love this approach. I'm addicted to like managing teams, and I usually end up like doing I do a lot of basketball management. So I'm once you guys get this locked down, I really hope you guys dive into basketball too. But I end up generating, into the future so far, like, and then it's just all generated players and a lot of the things that I simulate. So it's addicting, It's very
and actually that's a good point what you're saying, because most of the time a lot of people a lot of questions that we got from people that don't know too much this ecosystem is that why would people play on with generated players? It's not that fun, because most of the people, they want to play with Mbappe or with Ronaldo, etc. And actually, when you look at the people that are playing Web2 games, as you were saying, like or Football Manager or other games like that, when they go deep into the game, at some point there is no real players, and it's only a new gen, as we call them in Football Manager, and so they are playing with virtual people and with fake people or fake players, and still enjoying it. So that's a good point what you were saying.
Yeah, no, I think it's like once you get over that hump of like, you're not looking at just a player's name and like what you know about them currently as a real player. It becomes a lot more fun because you have to invest in, attributes, right? Whether they're athletic, whether their, morale's high with the team that they're on, why they want to be on the team, like whether it be money, fame, loyalty, these factors, I think, make for an interesting dynamic of like things you have to look at like that an actual, manager would have to do or a scout would have to do. So I think it's really cool.
Yeah, exactly.
It adds to a lot of the fun. So, a question, I guess a lot of people might be asking, since a lot of people are going to be newer here, especially from our stream. First steps walking in, what would you advise to get the right foot in the door, take off, joining what kind of league, maybe what pack to focus on? What's the first step you would recommend?
So, yeah, the first step is to go on playmfl.com. I think it's the easiest way to hear a bit more about us, get to know a bit more the ecosystem, the website. I think then a good way to start is to, depending on where you want to be involved, but is to try to get some pack. We have a drop on Tuesday, and so that's there are some base packs that are that cost $15. So and in one pack you get 3 NFTs, 3 players, and so that's a way to start. Then if you want to go a bit more into it, then you can the very good stuff is to buy a club, so you can find some on the marketplace.
And when you were talking about the clubs and the contracts like negotiated, is that all done on the website, or do you need to do that in person with each individual?
Can you just repeat the question?
So, like, say I'm like picking up a goalie that I need, and I'm like, you can have 10% of whatever we win. Is that done on the site, or is it done like person to person? Right. So if I wanted to take, or I wanted to sign your goalie, would we do that? Would you send me an offer that says 10% for my goalie, or would we just negotiate that face to face?
So basically, I can send you an offer on our website, and and you have an inbox on your account, and then when you're on our website and then you receive a new offer or receive a new message, then you got a notification. You can open the offer, and then you can accept or reject it. So that's how it works. But actually, most of the time it's both, because most of the time what people do is that they agree on Discord on a deal, and then they send an offer, or there are also some offers that are just sent and then people are accepted or rejecting. But you are more sure to know that if the player is if the user is interested in signing the player, etc. If you manage, like, discuss it face to face or on Discord with the other users.
That's awesome.
Is there anyone in here who is watching this and I haven't matched with? Let me know your username if you're on Evaluate and I haven't matched with you yet. See if this person is in here. Oh, they are. Flat hat. They know.
How many more do we have left, Jen?
Not too much more. I got, so it looks like I can match with 2 more people after this person.
And then I kind of want to look at a match. That'd be cool.
Oh, you can share your screen if you want, and I can stop sharing mine.
Or Matt, if you want to show yours, since you know how to navigate really well, we can pull your screen up.
Let me check.
Free trades, yep, free trades. Scully.
Yeah, Timber, get in. Yeah, we can have an Evaluate league. Take down some other leagues.
Yeah, sure. Or an Evaluate club.
Yeah.
Let me share my screen.
All right, gotcha.
You see it, yeah?
Yeah.
So yeah, basically that's the home page. So we can see the different listing here. So we have our own marketplace here. Here there's different clubs. So what I was talking about, like the different license. So here is some clubs that haven't been created yet. They are just licenses. So if somebody buys them, then they can convert it to a club. So you can see, for example, here there is a license from New York, which is playing in, and this license is for Division 2. So it is quite a very good division, quite solid. So it's selling at the moment. The person listed it for $709, and here, for example, we can see a different somebody that created this club with the logo and.
So does that come with the players?
No, the clubs are you don't have any players when you.
Okay.
It's only the players, only the club. And then you can buy your player here.
What's the max overall a player can be?
So overall are between 0 to 99, but there is no player below 45, I think. And at the moment, I think the highest overall is 94, if I'm right.
So Matt, I got a question for you. Have you made yourself into a player, or do you plan to?
No, because otherwise I would be a 45. No. That's but at some point that's some stuff that we thought about, like maybe to to have a special prize where you can
That could be really cool rewards.
Where a user can create his own
the next pack or something like that. I think that's you'll have a lot of opportunity with that, and that could be a lot of fun.
Yeah, exactly. So that's definitely some stuff that we're thinking about. And regarding the matches, so here we have 2 matches that are live. Some people that are playing it. So let's go into it to see where is it. So at the moment it's finished. It finishes while we were talking. But that's the match page. So let's replay the match. And so that's the kickoff, and you can see the ball moving, the attacking side. Here you have all the different action that goes. You can see that there is an interception, or there is somebody shooting, or this kind of stuff. Here there is the different teams and the players that are playing against each other. And the owners here, and here it's all the statistics of the match. So for the moment, nothing much has happened because we cannot see any shots, or there was just some fouls, but we can see there will be some shots at some point, I guess. So that's how we can watch the game.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and that's so as I was explaining, behind the scenes, it's a very complex simulation. We simulate the position of the 22 players in real time, and every 2 seconds they are taking a decision, and move. If they don't have the ball, they will decide to move somewhere. If they have the ball, they can. Oh, there's a goal.
Let's go.
And, we can see that
Cyber Squad up 1.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
And so that's that's the way we can visualize the match. So that's still something that we want to improve. At some point, we would like to be able to have like the position of all the players, and to be able to animate the match at least in 2D.
That'd be cool. Yeah. Cool. That's really cool. I like that. I like that a lot.
And so just to show a bit more, maybe like what we can do is there is the scouting option, and here we can see all the players.
So you can make your player a free agent, or as the agent, you can list your player as a free agent.
So basically it's totally different to sell a player. So when you sell it, it means that you are the agent of the player. I'm selling it, and so I don't become the agent. I'm not the agent anymore, and the person that will buy the player will be the agent. But it doesn't break the contract. So for example, I can sell a player that has a 2-year contract, and the new owner of the player will get the player, but the contract will stay with the club.
Okay, I like that. And then the revenue share is what they're asking to sign.
Yeah, exactly. So here at the moment we can. That's all the players that. So if we want to say just the players under contract, we can just filter on that, and we can see all the contracts that have been signed. So at the moment, it's only like we can see the goalkeepers, but then we can see all the different positions, and you can see the different statistics. And for example, this player signed for Leon FC for 5% revenue share. Here we can see 10%. Sometimes there is 0% revenue share, and most of the time it's when the owner of the club and the owner of the player are the same, so they just say sign for 0% because they don't care.
Makes sense.
So that's an example. And if you were asking what was the maximum overall, and so we can, so that's 94. Actually, there are 4 players that are 94 at the moment, and they are signed in Bowlers FC and different club.
Oh yeah, and see, like you would like, I guess the younger players being at 94 already, you're like, all right, well they've got a lot of time left. You know, they're probably more valuable than say the 23-year-old. Oh
Yeah.
man, my brain's already racing.
Yeah, you will. That's exactly what's happening. Like we see that the youngest player are the one that are the most expensive. So at the moment, the oldest player are 24 and the youngest are 16. But you can see that players that are 16 years old, most of the time they are more expensive than the others. So if
They
we
got
go,
a lot
for
of
example,
upside. Yeah, they got
Yeah.
some upside to them. Yeah, that's cool. I like it a lot.
and so there is the scouting for the contract and the marketplace, which are quite similar. And the marketplace is more if you want to, you can see all the players that are listed, and if you want to buy a player, then you can buy it from there. You have different filters and yeah.
That's cool. I like it. So what's your team look like?
For me, I don't have a team because
Okay.
that's I will stop sharing my screen, but that's something that we decide with the team that we are the owning team of the game. We can control a lot of things, so we decided not to be involved in the game and not to play it, not to have any to stay fair with not to have any interest or something like that. So
Nice.
I think I just have 3 players that I bought from a pack because I was testing the first time when we released the pack, I wanted to make sure that it's working in production. So there's just 1 pack that I bought, but otherwise I don't have a team or a club, etc.
That's awesome.
Really quick. So I'm trading with Scully right now, but I have 2 players left after this. So I'm gonna just do 2 more people just getting 1 player. So because and I'm gonna do only pros next. So only pros if you're on.
All right.
I got you next.
Sorry, you can share your screen again, Jen. That was really cool, man. I love what you guys have done with it, and I think it's a huge step, and a step that a lot of people may be looking at and like trying to emulate. I think you guys are making the correct moves, and especially at limiting supply. I think that's super smart, and creating scarcity is just something that I think a lot of companies struggle with, but I think you guys are doing a great job with it.
Yeah, thank you. That's really something that we try to really thought and very carefully at the beginning. Also, the way we generated player, we didn't talk about that, but all the attributes they are randomly generated, but it's not fully random. It depends on the position. For example, if you're a defender, you're more likely to have a good defensive rating or something like that. So, we really focused and spend a lot of time working on the theoretical aspect of the game at the beginning, at least for the base. And this, as you said, creating scarcity, eliminating supply at some point was really something that we think was needed for the the success of the game and for the long term success of the game. So we wanted to have something in place for that.
Oh yeah, you guys are doing it right, I think. So that's really cool to see. I think we could have a trading corner that you could have like trade players. What happens when a player's signed and then they're traded through the evaluate site?
So basically, that doesn't change much because it's the same as when you sell a player. So when you sign a contract, it's really between the club and the player. So even if the owner of the player or the owner of the club changes, the contract still
that contract would go with it.
Stays.
Okay.
So the only way to cancel a contract is either the club and the agent agree. So if, for example, let's imagine we have signed a contract and at some point I don't want this contract anymore, I can send you a cancellation request. And if you agree that that we cancel the contract will be canceled. That's basically the only way, or then it will be canceled at the end of the duration of the contract, pretty much like a normal contract that you sign in real life. If you are a player and you are under contract with a real club, you cannot cancel and break the contract. You need to continue it until the duration, except if both parties are agree.
Awesome. Yeah, that makes sense. I like that.
Only pros, let me know if you're on here and I'll match with you. Otherwise, anybody else? Is there anybody else who has not gotten a player that's on right now? If you're on watching this live stream and you have not gotten a player, send me a trade request at Jenn, Jenn, on evaluate.xyz. I tried to send only pros a trade request, but looks like they were offline. So sorry about that. But I have one more left, so I gotta give this.
Which player is it? Is it a good player?
Tell us.
I don't know. Let me see. First of all, let me see if only pros is on again. Okay, it doesn't show that they're on. So it's let's see what it is. Collection. This guy.
Okay, that's click on it to see the attributes. I never know if we can see it on the
properties. Goalkeeper, 19.
Yeah, I think he's overall. I didn't see it.
The overall. Let me see. Is there overall?
Do we have the? No, maybe it's not on chain. It's something computed. He's a Romanian player.
Yeah.
And I know overall 48. So that's not
48,
that's not the best player. But maybe he has a good potential. Maybe he can progress. He can improve. He's from Romania.
He's only 19. There's a lot of hope. I saw some good defensive stats there.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm gonna keep this guy since nobody sent me a trade request. I'm gonna keep this.
Yeah, maybe
this gonna be mine.
You need to train him.
He'll be the star of the league next year.
Yeah.
All right, we got all our trades in. Thank you guys for congrats on winning the players. Thanks for tuning in to the live stream. And thank
Matt,
you,
for
Matt.
being here. We know it's 12 o'clock there, so
I know. It's probably 1 a.m. now.
Yeah.
So we gotta let you go, but thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks for having me. It was a real pleasure to chat with you, and always super happy to chat about MFL, to explain a bit more, and to chat about Web3 more in general. So happy to do that whenever you want.
Yeah, Matt, awesome project, and we'd love to have you back. Just let us know when, and thank you again, man. Appreciate you for staying up, especially as late as it is. So
Benedict Matherin's brother.
I think Benedict Matherin is his family name. I think for me it's my first name. So not my brother, but I can say that I play NBA almost basketball almost as good as him. Probably.
If you pull a Matherin out of a pack, I would keep it. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying. It's probably going to be really good. So
exactly.
But thanks for being here, And
Yeah, thanks for having me. It was great. And talk to you soon.
all right, till the next one.
Bye-bye.
And
Peace. All right,
got
I'll end
anything else
it.
for us?
No, that's pretty much that. Yeah. Well, actually, let's talk about when we're going live again. So I can do either Monday or Tuesday. Actually,
I don't even know where my phone is.
I can do either Monday or Tuesday of next week. Because then I'm headed to Bonnaroo.
Okay.
But
Let's do Tuesday. Let's do Tuesday. You can't do Tuesday now? What is that?
oh, my brain! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god!
You're like, I
Oh
can do
my
Monday or
gosh.
Tuesday, and I'm like, let's do Tuesday, and you're like, nah, I wanted to do Monday.
Actually,
Okay, we'll do Monday. Is that better?
I'm not entirely sure.
We'll keep you guys posted. How about that? We'll keep you guys posted. We'll
Either
announce
Monday
it
or
somewhere.
Tuesday. Okay, Tuesday. I think I might CP3 to be released Tuesday. I think maybe Tuesday will work better. I'm trying to think. I'm actually gonna be in North Carolina, so I think Tuesday will work better. What pictures? Oh, these in the background, the NFTs. So these are actually these are like they're basically these like canvas things from Costco. You can order them on like ready to be made on Costco.com or whatever. And then these are like just like posters and stuff. Smilesverse, and got that from an event. Got that from Mumbot. She gave that to me. That from a Doodles event. But yeah, those are from Costco. Like, I mean, obviously you can choose what you want to put on it. So these are all my NFTs. But yeah, that's that. All right, take me off full screen because okay, thank you. But yeah, we'll post in the Discord. We're gonna go live either Monday or Tuesday. So
Want to?
yeah, well, we'll say we'll let you know. We'll post it in general when we decide. I'll probably
It's good to see you.
figure it out today. But yeah,
And if
it's
I
good
didn't
to
get to
see
say
you
hi to
guys.
you, thank you guys for being here today. It was a blast having y'all. I always miss you guys. So definitely Monday or Tuesday. We'll let you guys know. But yeah.
All right. Well, with that said, we appreciate you guys for tuning in, and we're out.
Peace. All right, later.
Oh wait, are you gonna end it or me?
It's up to you.
Oh, okay. I love how we're matching. We're both wearing black.
Yeah, but you don't have this shirt.
Oh, should we raid someone?
You ain't got this shirt.
Whatever. I have a cooler shirt. Aliens on it. Should we raid? Should we raid this person or no?
I gotta load in. Hold on. Let me see. I can do it.
All right. Just for you, Carpeg. We got you. Daria, say hi. Hello, hello, hello. A rare Daria appearance. She's my more shy cat, so it's rare to see her.
Peace.
Oh, interesting.